Well, sometimes it only takes one inning to do enough damage to win a game, and that's what Eaton's proving so far. They lead 4-0 in the top of the fifth, and all the runs were scored in the second inning. Brandon Cater, the seventh-place hitter, leads off against the left-hander Ken Garcia. This is his 81st pitch of the game, and it's a changeup low. 1 ball, no strikes. Cater singled and scored in the second, grounded to short in the third, and a sparkling defensive play by Colby Wailert. 1-0 offering. Fastball is up and away. The count goes to 2-0. Eaton was in danger of blowing this thing open in the second when Garcia retired Trent Sigg on a pop-up with the bases loaded. The offering took something off of that. It's a strike down the middle. It's 2-1.
It seems like Garcia's been working behind every single hitter today.
And yet, the two of the last three hitters he retired in the fourth, he was ahead of those hitters, but you're right. And that pitch looked pretty good from here, and Garcia wanted it. I don't blame him. Called the ball. I'm not sure where it missed. Maybe a little bit high. 3-1. Yeah, see, that's what he's got to overcome right now because he thinks it should be 2-2. And the 3-1 offering swung on and grounded to short. Waitert has got it on the third hop. Throw to first is low. Scooped out by Tormolin, and there's one down. One down for Keenan Hall. What do you think about this facility here?
I think it's gorgeous.
Isn't it nice? Yeah, and the grass is usually even greener, but it's been dry lately. Yeah, it is early. Oh, it gets very green. It's a gorgeous facility here in Brush. The pitch, that's a fastball for a strike. Took something off of that on the outer half of the knees to Keenan Hall. 0-1. Hall with an RBI single to first. He also singled in the third, so he is 2 for 2. And the pitch. Fastball low and away. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Greg Mullen is there. Let Greg Mullen work with you to get the discounts you desire and the coverage you need. State Farm agent Greg Mullen. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The pitch. The slow curve floats in for a strike. Now your conventional slow curve only because the arm motion also slowed down, but the flight of the baseball certainly was conventional. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the offering. Another slow curve, grounded to short. Waitert has got a stride to his right. Throw on the run off his back foot in time to retire Hall for the second out of the inning. And Waitert has been very busy at short this afternoon. And that is already looks like his 4th assist of the game. And all in the last 2+ innings.
Well, I think Garcia's realizing you got to let your defense help you out.
The pitch. Swung on and chopped over the mound. The shortstop Waitert in front of the bag, throws to first, and Dyer's retired. Dyer now 1 for 3, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Ken Garcia. All ground balls to the shortstop Colby Waitert. Let's head to the bottom of the 5th inning from Brush. It's Eaton 4, Brush nothing. You're listening to Brush Bee Digger Baseball on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Tyler Sigg is working on a no-hitter as we go to the 5th inning. Eaton leads Brush 4-0. 5, 6, and 7 make it 6, 7, and 8 hitters for Brush. Colby Waitert, Mitch Tormolin, and Ken Garcia. But 2 of these 3 hitters were issued walks in their first plate appearances. Swung on foul to the screen on the fastball by Waitert, who did walk in the second inning. 6 in a row have been retired by Tyler Sigg. The pitch. Swung on and fouled back on the curveball. It's 0-2. And Sigg doing what he does well, getting ahead of hitters and keeping the ball down.
Again, working quick, pounding the strike zone, and keeping the ball down. I think that's the big key for him.
And economizing his pitches. This will be the 54th pitch thrown by Tyler Sigg with nobody out in the 5th. It's 0-2 to Wailert. The pitch, fastball is low. It's amazing that when he misses, it's within a couple of inches of even that. 1-2 to Wailert. The offering, the breaking ball in the dirt, blocked by bat. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's the perfect waste pitch. It's just close enough to make you want to swing, but just far enough out that you're never going to hit it.
Exactly right. 2-2. Swung on and fouled off the end of the bat on the ground on the first base side. Count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Bee Digger shortstop Colby Waitert, who's been outstanding defensively today. He's got 5 assists, all in the last 3 innings, including 3 in the top of the 5th. The offering. Fastball is over, but low. 3-2. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat to Waylert. In his first plate appearance, he saw 7 pitches and walked. 3-2. In the dirt, he walked him. 3rd walk issued by Sig, the 2nd to Waylert. That'll bring up Mitch Tormolin, who popped to center in the 2nd. Well, could this get interesting, and the Beat Diggers can just get a couple more runners on?
Well, it's a good start right there.
One of the traditions at Brush Beat Digger baseball is the fans also lined up besides here at Sunset Baseball Field watching beyond the left field fence as well. The stretch. And the pitch to Tormolin. Swung on and lifted into right center field. A long run, but to his left is Hall. He dives. And did he make the catch? He did! And Colby Waylert is back to first against some outstanding defense in the outfield by Eaton that saves the no-hitter. And there's one down here in the 5th inning. Keenan Hall with a great catch. All right, Tormolin hit it in a pretty good spot. But he did get a great jump and still had to dive.
That ball was slicing away from him as he was going after it. And
the no-hitter still intact. 4 1/3 innings here for Tyler Sig. Garcia walked in his first plate appearance, and that ball hit him. Fastball rode in on Garcia, hit him around the right thigh. And hopefully Nick Beltran was watching that. My son, a left-handed hitter, knowing how to get out of the way of those pitches and not let them hit you in an arm or an elbow, especially when you're a pitcher. So now the Beat Diggers, for the first time in the game, have 2 on base. Dylan Acosta's the hitter. He laid down a gorgeous bunt for a sacrifice in the 2nd inning. And the Beat Diggers can certainly make this a game. And head coach Jim Danley is grabbing the baseball from his starter, Tyler Sig, and Dante Foose is going to come in relief. So we'll take a break, a pitching change. Brought to you by Edwards Wright Price Market in Flowerland. It's Eaton 4, Brush nothing in the bottom of the 5th inning on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The sidearm / submarine left-hander, Dante Foose, is into the ball game from right field. And it looks like Brandon Kaler, who's the DH, is now in right. So those are the defensive changes. Tyler Sig, 4 1/3 innings of no-hit baseball. Struck out 4. He walked 3 and hit a man. And that'll bring up Dylan Acosta. Acosta to hit here in the bottom of the 5th inning, with the Beat Diggers trailing the Reds 4-0. At second is Waylert. At first is Jesus Cardenas running for Garcia. Eaton scored their 4 runs in the 2nd inning. An RBI single from Keenan Hall, a 2-run single from Dante Foose, and a wild pitch that scored Weston Hager.
I find it a little bit interesting with the Beat Diggers only having one lefty in the lineup that you'd go to a left-handed pitcher here.
Well, he is their number 2. And Seth Jackson also has a great arm, but I think they want to preserve that defense in the infield.
Foose with that violent delivery.
Yeah, it's more animated, I guess is what I call it. And it depends what pitch he throws. So here's Dylan Acosta. Waiter leads off of second. At first is Cardenas. The left-hander delivers, squaring to bunt, and he takes it for a strike. Throw back to second, and the tag, and he's safe. Back in there's Waiter as the tag was applied by Jackson. Strong throw by Bat. No balls, 1 strike as Acosta fished at it and couldn't make contact. And I'm surprised they have him bunting with 1 out, because then you'd rely on Mares having to drive him in with a base hit, and that's a tough task to ask unless he's trying to get on the pitch. And he took it for a strike. Again, I think he kind of waved at it, but I don't think he's reading that fastball off of Foose's left hand as well as he did off of Sig's right. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 on, 1 out. Bottom 5. Eaton leads Brush 4-0. Let's see if Acosta hits away. He's trying to protect that plate. On the 0-2 squaring to bunt, and he waves at it and misses. Strike 3. That's the 5th strikeout issued by Eaton pitching. 2 down for Gregory Mares.
I'm with you. I'm a little surprised they had him bunting there with 1 down.
Yep, Mares grounded to third in the first and grounded to first in the third. Needs a 2-out hit for the Beat Diggers to get on the board. The pitch, and he takes a fastball for a strike down the middle. At the knees, it's 0-1. The closest game Eaton has had so far was a 3-1 victory at Coors Field in mid-March against Holy Family. This stretch. And the 0-1 to Mares. Swing and a miss on a tailing curveball, and it's 0-2. Way out in front of that one, and he swung over it as well. No balls and 2 strikes. That's why head coach Jim Danley makes these moves, because he knows that a guy like Foose can get out of it. He's not at all intimidated. Fastball is upstairs. 1-2. I think that's also a rule in Eaton pitching. You're not throwing a strike on an 0-2 pitch.
Yeah.
I mean, it should be a rule in baseball anyway. But a lot of pitchers, they make that mistake of finding the strike zone on an 0-2. The 1-2 to Gregory Mares. Breaking ball is low. Nice job of Mares laying off. It's 2-2.
Well, and you want to keep it out of the strike zone, but you still, again, you want to make sure it's close enough to plant that seed.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And 2 on. The pitch. Swung on and fouled off the end of the bat on the ground towards the first base dugout. Count stays at 2-2. Now Mares, a good-looking right-handed hitter for Brush. Dante Foose, the left-hander, looks in for the sign. Runners take their leads. It remains at 2-2. And the offering. The curveball is just outside. Boy, Mares laid off a close pitch, but it did miss. 3-2. Now the runners will be going. I think Foose wants a new baseball. So if Mares can hit it into the outfield, it will definitely score a run. If he hits it into a gap, it'll score 2. Because Cardenas has got major speed over at first base. Waiter's got to make sure at second, though, that Foose delivers towards the plate. And the 3-2. Swung on and fouled back. Went with a heater right down the middle. Trevor Blake is on deck, and Blake has struggled in this game. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts.
Well, and even right on left, that's tough arm angle to pick up, and he does a good job of hiding that ball right before he delivers it.
3-2 to Gregory Mares. Runners go. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball in the dirt, and the catcher bat applies the tag to Mares, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left. 5 complete from Sunset Baseball Field in Brush. Eaton leads Brush 4-0 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.